Venom, one of the most
Venom.
iconic characters created in the history of Spider-Man, arguably, probably inarguably, one of the most important and impactful characters created at either of the big two in the last 30 to 40 years. Venom has penetrated pop culture like almost no other villain has before. He's been in a film already. Well, he starred in Spider-Man 3, but then in addition, he had three other movies.
Three.
The
Yeah.
only villain I can
Jesus.
think of that has had a trilogy unto themselves, which is unbelievable. However, Marvel has been well aware of Venom's popularity for 30 years, which
Yep.
is why he lasted a very short period of time as an actual villain and was transitioned into an anti hero very quickly. Today, Venom isn't even Eddie Brock anymore. The Venom symbiote itself has been passed around from person to person over the last few decades and has finally landed on Mary Jane, a character that despised Venom. Prior to this was actually Mary Jane's stalker
Yeah.
when he
Oh.
first debuted. So, my question is, now that we've gone all the way around, has Marvel done too much and gone too far with Venom?
I'm on paper. I'm not paper. I'm on record. I mean, maybe on paper. I'm on record as being a fan of Al Ewing's all new Venom run, because of what you mentioned, Sean. That idea of MJ and the symbiote being diametrically opposed from the inception of Venom, and what does that look like when those characters have definitely grown since then? I like that from a storytelling standpoint. But Marvel really has milked this Venom for all that it could possibly be worth across the board. You couldn't pay me to list every symbiote out there.
Hell no.
Venom himself has gone from villain to anti-hero to villain to extra villain because Matt Gargan was on it to, being on fucking every hero at one point. Um, it's a little too far. And I think it's just one of those characters that's just kind of been victim to its cool factor. Like when Venomverse came out, like Todd McFarlane like fucking killed it, kind of taking that idea of that black symbiote suit and making something out of it. Is it McFarlane that created it? I believe
Yes.
so. Yeah.
Yes.
Um, and even from its advent, that motherfucker was in everything. Those video games, any Spider-Man or Marvel video game, that dude was in it. So I think his cool factor just meant like he's popular across the board, so we're gonna keep making him popular, and sometimes that means he has to be the protagonist of stuff. And I think he's been a victim of that.
I don't know if I would necessarily call it a victim. I think they're playing into that strength. He is a cool factor that allows for anybody to kind of look at the character and be like, oh, this is cool, whether or not I'm informed about the thing. It's a rad design. It has rad implications for whether or not he interacts with Spider-Man in particular or his cast of characters. Um, he rules, dude, with a Z. I know that's Carnage, but um, he has enough of a cool factor that it makes him eligible to not run out of places where he can be. I think I don't think he is overplayed. I think there's so much more ramp to be run with him because of how over the years he has grown, he has evolved. I think the stuff that you're saying about this current arc is emblematic of that. The fact that we're getting lasting reverberations of his other events and things associated, like Null, all of that stuff is relevant, continues to be relevant because the character there continues to be relevant in a way that people aren't getting tired of.
It is impossible for me to argue with what you just said, Marco, and yet I'm going to do exactly that. Because I'm being very selfish when I say, and I've said this for years,
Yeah.
I think that Venom should have died and been taken off the board in the 90s. And
Oh,
yeah, it's not because I don't like the character. It's not because I think he sucks. Venom is actually one of my favorite characters in all comics. And I was obsessed with Venom as a kid. The Spider-Man and Venom video game on Sega, I used to always pick Venom. Venom is my guy. But I think that one of the problems that comics has is that when there is something that is so good and works so well, and it works within the confines of itself, there is no way to say, all right, that was great. Now we're going to let it be done. And they would be stupid to do that. They've made billions, well, maybe not billions, but many millions of dollars off of Venom in the last 30 years. So why kill him? Well, to me, because those original stories are so good that nothing is going to touch that. And there have been great stories told with Venom over the last 30 years that I would rather not have, to have that one or two or three really great Venom stories and call it a day. I don't care about Matt Gargan wearing the costume. I love Flash Thompson as Venom. I thought that was sick. Agent Venom is the man. I could do without it, and I can certainly pass on Mary Jane being Venom. Eddie Brock is the guy. That story was told to me. Let it go.
See, I thought your argument would have been something along the lines of the fact that he turned hero was bad. Because I know typically you prefer the villains to be villains. I think
Yes.
that's
To
fair.
remain.
But you were like, nah, they fucking should have killed him in the 90s.
I'll
He
tell
should have
you
stayed
one.
there with New Coke. That might
I'll
be
tell you
80s.
one. I'll tell you one that might surprise you too. I think Two-Face should be dead. I think he should have been dead a long time ago.
Whoa.
To me, some concepts and characters work best as one or twos and dones.
Like
Because
Hush.
yes, because the heat of the moment with that character has evaporated. How the fuck is Two-Face walking around with that face like that for all these years? You know
Still,
what I'm saying? That's
Neutrogena.
crazy.
He's got some good lotion regimen,
uh,
probably.
Sean, the Venom movie franchise has earned a total of $1.8 billion worldwide.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Holy shit.
And
People ain't tired of that.
because of that popularity, you have things where like they tease a Null at the end of the third one, who's
Right.
a new creation. Null is one of the main antagonists of the Marvel Rivals video game. He's coming back in this book. So like not only is Venom so big, but his hangers on have become so big as well.
Yeah.
Man,
Lasting effect.
I understand where you're coming from, Sean. There's a really good story, and they sort of adapted it for Spider-Man 3. The idea of that, Eddie Brock and the relationship between Peter Parker and becoming the anti-Spider-Man, right? That's a good story. But I really like the stories after it more, I think. I think King of Black is a good book.
I do too.
And I like the way that, and this is where we might disagree. I like the way that Eddie Brock has been allowed to grow and change because he was a shithead when he first started. And I think the Venom symbiote made him a really evil person. But I think just being a shithead isn't enough to be a full-on villain. You know what I mean? Like, I think there is room for that character to grow morally. And it's nice seeing actual growth in a comic book character within a history. That is, you can see the line. Even though
I said
it always is villain to hero. It's rarely the other way around.
I said Venom, not Eddie Brock. Eddie
Oh,
Brock could be a character. He could grow, evolve, and change. That's great. I personally, and again, I totally recognize this is selfish. I would have loved to see the Venom character done and dusted.
The
this is a
symbiote.
no goop
Symbiote.
zone.
Yes.
Got it.
I think symbiotes have been played way the fuck out. And Venom is not like that's not Venom's fault in the sense that
Sure.
that's Marvel just creating clones. But I do believe that Venom as a character peaked in his first appearance.
That's even before we get into the real lore of symbiotes.
Oh, I hate all that. I can't stand any of that.
You're not a Clintar fan?
Nope. I think that stuff is
Clintar?
garbage. Clintar, yes.
Do you know what Clintar is, Marco?
Dude, I'm Googling it right now.
It's the Venom. It's the symbiote homeworld. I mean, man, interesting. You don't like goop. Yeah, because then you lose out on all the other holders. You don't give a shit about Carnage,
I love Carnage. Carnage is awesome.
but you get rid of Venom, then the symbiote. You get rid of Carnage.
Sounds good.
Okay,
Ooh.
this is a Sean take. This is a hot take here.
I think the concept is very novel and it feels completely played out. I don't think I can name a single symbiote that popped for real after Carnage.
Scream is on that Spider-Man ride in Islands of Adventure.
Acid?
Who the
No,
fuck is Acid?
No,
no,
fuck.
that Marco must have taken some of it to try and name that.
Oh no.
Toxin? Not a toxin
Oh,
guy?
that's what I was thinking of,
Yeah,
surely.
toxin. Yeah.
But to that
Uh,
point, nothing has had the staying power since.
oh no,
Carnage.
Lash has shooters.
Lasher.
Oh, whoops.
Oops, there you go. Carnage, and Venom. That's it.
I do
So
think
you
that
need.
the symbiotes have kind of gotten a little crazy. Then you have like the Venomverse and Edge of Venomverse, and then uh, did we have poisons as well? Was it like a poison, like a they look like symbiotes, but they were like harder kind of armor?
I try very hard not to read any of that.
I thought the poison people were pretty cool, but it is a lot of that. It's a lot of that. I don't know why I went into a Trump there. Um,
I think a lot of the I think I take your point on the fact that the symbiotes as a concept have been
yeah,
overplayed to the
agreed.
point where what they're doing now is just focusing on Venom as its own standalone characters as only the symbiote. The rest of those definitely jumped the shark and went over the deep end a while back, just on name alone. But I think the way that they've become integral to the story to the Marvel universe for Venom as a concept of not being just Eddie Brock's, but now being just a wanton being in the Marvel universe, I think can continue to be interesting in a way that maybe that's the evolution of Venom itself, not tied to the host.
Sorta. I don't disagree with you, Marco. I think the evolution of Venom. I think they're learning the wrong lessons. The
Mm,
lessons they're doing is like, oh, just make more of them, and that's not what's compelling to me. The compelling things about the
that was the
symbiote.
lesson.
That was the lesson. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
The stuff that I find compelling is adding to the lore of the symbiotes more without having to just create more. Like Null is very interesting. Silver Surfer Black deals
Oh,
with
I love that
Clintar.
book.
That's Clintar, dude. That deals with the symbiotes and all that stuff. And then the All Black and all that stuff and how that ties in with like the Norse stuff. Like I love the space shit with the symbiotes. With the Rom V stuff, really dealt with the cosmic side of Venom really interestingly, even though he did create more symbiotes. Um, so I think there is stuff to learn from it that has been working, but it's just if they make another fucking Lasher or what's the other one's name? Rampage or some shit like that.
Phage.
Phage. Yeah, what the fuck is a phage? Sleeper? No, Sleeper's kind of cool though. Sleeper's kind of cool.
Sleeper's cool.
Yeah.
Again, like that, the Al Ewing Rom V run, I thought was brilliant. I really loved it. It had issues in it that shook me. I would do without it.
Damn, you're
I
cutting
would do
out the
without
Flash
it.
Thompson Remender stuff with
I would
Jack-o'-lantern?
I would do without it.
Oh,
Get it gone.
oh,
Get it gone.
the Tony Moore stuff. Oh, that's my spot though, Sean. You know that hurt me.
I love that run. That's how I got introduced to Rick Remender. Get it out.
Wow. Wow.
Get it out. Get it out of my comics.
Yeah.
What if
Yeah, yeah. What if what is that? Buy
it,
or sell the Marvel universe with Venom or without?
what
Buy it without.
oh, I'm adding buy or sell to the wheel. Thanks for reminding me.
Oh, good. Yeah, there you go. Without?
Yeah,
You
I
so
mean,
you'd prefer it just didn't happen.
So you might have never read a Rick Remender book then.
I'm sure. I mean, it would have happened. But like, I'm saying after Venom's big hits in the late '80s, early '90s, get him gone. Like, all right, we did it.
Wow.
And again, I am not saying that I am right. I'm saying that's what I want. That's a
Right.
completely different thing. I'm only arguing for me. Marvel would be stupid to listen to me in this case.
Watch this universe be the one where 9/11 didn't happen. Like somehow that's connected.
It could
It's
change everything.
the symbiotic
Clintar.
butterfly effect. Yeah.
It could change everything. Um, I don't know, guys. I just feel like there's too much Venom going on, and now that he's with Mary Jane, I hate to say jump the shark, but I kind of feel like that. And that doesn't mean that what is happening in those books can't be good. I'm not reading them. That doesn't mean it cannot be good. It just means that to me, the concept has been taken as far away from its inception as possible. I think it's time to rubber band that thing.
I think it's a situation where if you're not reading the book and similarly I'm not, that you hear, oh yeah, Mary Jane is now the host of Venom in a similar vein to, oh yeah, Doc Ock is now in Peter Parker's body. Like there's a from an outside perspective, there's a wacky and wildness to that. You're just kind of like, what are you saying to me right now? That sounds asinine, but I'm sure as you read it, as we
Yeah,
did,
you're mentioning one of my favorite Spider-Man stories.
exactly right. Like
Yeah.
like there's a lasting power there. But I hear you on from the outset, from the outside perspective, that is fucking weird.
I mean, if all new Venom's the jump the shark moment for Sean, Happy Days ran for 6 more seasons after that. So we'll see what else. Oof, we're gonna get a lot. We're gonna get. Watch this. Ready? Probably a Spider-Man Carnage Venom crossover.
Whoa.
That might
Original.
be. With, oh, hold on. It is
Happened, happening, and will happen again until the
Doctor
end of
Manhattan
time.
meme. Yeah.
Oof.
Yep. Well, I'm sure we have a lot of Venom fans out there, so feel free to roast my ass in the comments. But short of that, what do you think about the idea of Venom and where he's at? Where that I shouldn't even say he, because right now Venom is it as she, they, like what the fuck? I don't know the pronouns.
Wow. Pronouns in my Marvel comics.
I don't know what to say. All I know is that Venom feels like a far cry from what I loved about that character, and I want him back.
Yeah.
Leave it in the comments. Let us know what you think. We'll see you in the next one. Take care.